This video is about Fiery Wall of Protection incense, which the incense it's actually like a powder because I've ground all the resins. It's made of mainly just resins. You can add it into a bottle and put oil in it, and then also add either the essential or the fragrance oils that are the same as the resins in there to make it like give it a scent and everything. But where did I just put it? No, it's right here. Here's what it looks like. I don't really put it out and put it in my hand because the resins, they leave like a residue on your fingers. It's made with frankincense, myrrh, dragon's blood, and salt. Just like you can use table salt or any. There was never any, when I was learning about it at first, never any preference for which salt you used. And I've seen some other people's different recipes for them. They use sometimes different herbs, but the very first recipe I learned, and it was from, God, I don't remember what it was. I think it was Lucky Mojo or something. The blend, this was the exact blend that I learned. So I haven't really, and it's worked perfectly for me, so I haven't deetered and gone anything else, experimented with anything else. Plus it smells fantastic when burned. It's, a lot of times when people make different hoodoo powders, they use a base of arrowroot powder and add different, either they can add just the oils for a certain blend to the arrowroot powder, or they'll add other powdered herbs to the arrowroot powder, and that way you can sprinkle it, add it to mojo bags and different things like that. But this is purely resins. So it's salt, frankincense, myrrh, and dragon's blood that I ground together. It's not perfectly ground, it's not like uber fine, but I like the way that it is now. And keeping it in that bottle, it seems to have powdered itself a little bit more. I sold this on the Well and Spindle, and I've also used it for my Firewall Protection anointing oils, my ritual oils. Not my perfume blend, that's just fragrance and essential oils. Seeing as you can't get dragon's blood. Dragon's blood is a resin and doesn't make essential oil. So my my perfume blend is just the oils. Usually when I make an oil, I'll let the resins and whatnot soak in the oil and draw out the properties. But I'm making these videos again for the Well and Spindle and for Mina's Apothecary, so the uses might be a little bit different. And yeah, so you can, it's pretty self-explanatory. A lot of the names in hoodoo, different things that they make, the names tell you basically what it's about. There's no really way to describe them. Like, so firewall protection oil, what does that make you think of? Or incense. That you're going to create a spiritual, like, fiery wall of protection around you, that if anybody tries to harm you, they're going to get burned. Just like Command and Compel powder, which I'm going to do a video on it next since I just listed that in Mina's Apothecary. I mean, there's command and compel. You command and compel people to do things for you. Command and compel the universe to bring things to you. It's the name says it all for a lot of things. There's also things like Van Van, which are not self-explanatory. But that's like for door opening, luck. That's my all-around everything oil. But yeah, so that's just a short little video on Firewall Protection powder. You get to see what it looks like a little bit and know what it's made out of to make your own. At first, when I first started making things, I kind of like hid my recipes because I was like, everyone's going to copy me. But it's silly because people will end up finding a way to make it themselves, or they'll just take the name and then make a blend that they just pull out of their butt. So it doesn't matter. I prefer that they make it the right way. I don't really consider everything that I like. If I'm gonna make something that has a hoodoo name to it, I'm gonna like try my damned hardest to find a ritual or a recipe that's actually used by practitioners and not just people picking it up off the internet or reading something in a book and throwing it together. So I mean, with my personal oils that I make myself, like that I make up, like my phrase bounty and whatnot, that's a trial and error to make with my own blends. When I'm gonna make something and name it after a hoodoo name, I'm not just gonna make it up and steal the name. So when you're buying something that's labeled hoodoo from me, I've really, really researched it. So I would, if you guys make this yourself, I'd like to know your outcomes with it, to know if it worked for you or not. I've never had any complaints with anything that I've made concerning my hoodoo products, and it's always worked for me. So but I'd like to hear how it works for you. So yeah, thank you for watching my video.